All right, class, welcome back to photo school. Yes. Last episode, I was super harsh. I was telling you why you shouldn't be a photographer. So, of course, it's only fair that this week I tell you why you should be a photographer. Because, like I said, there will be a lot of cons, but the pros far outweigh the cons. And let's talk about them, shall we? Reason number one, you get to be a part of the most intimate and special moments of people's lives. How crazy is that? Whether it's a senior graduating high school, college, someone proposing to their girlfriend, a wedding, someone's having a baby, like all of these moments in life you get to be a part of. It is the coolest job in the world for that reason alone. Whenever I'm photographing a proposal and the guy gets down on one knee and says the most special thing in the world to his girlfriend, I always think, it's only her and I that get to hear that. How crazy is that? Like, I get to hear that. No one else in the world is hearing what he's saying. Isn't that insane? Or even when couples are reading their private vows at weddings, I'm like, I feel like I shouldn't be here for this. Like, this is like, but that's part of the job. You truly get to be a part of like the most special moments of people's lives. Sometimes it will feel like, should I be here right now? It's like that. I can't believe that it's finally you and me and you and me and us and your friend Steve. Like, that's what it is. I am Steve. You're Steve. But no, it is so special. And because these are the most intimate moments in people's lives, everyone is genuinely so happy because it is such an exciting, it is such a happy time. And if you're a wedding photographer like me, I get to go to a party every freaking weekend. Like, how insane is that? Which leads me to number two. Everything that you're shooting is uplifting and it's exciting and it's fun. You don't buy a photographer for a funeral. I mean, you could, but why? Why would you do that? Like, that would be really fucking weird. You buy photographers for these, milestone moments. A lot of times you're going to a party. I said in episode 2 that a lot of your weekends are just completely gone, but it's not like you're out there doing manual labor. Like, you get to go to a party. I am at a wedding, at a dance floor every single weekend. How sick is that? So it really is one of the most fun jobs because you get to be in such fun environments at all times. Reason number 3, it is the best creative outlet in the world. You truly get to kind of create whatever you want. For me, I've always loved all of the behind the scenes, the editing, all of the things that come into photography and videography. And I get to do that every single day, every single weekend. Like, how cool is that? I had a sales job before I went full time with my business, and it just was not creatively fulfilling at all. So at the time when I was doing this on the side, it was so incredible to have that outlet. And now that I'm doing it full time, I just feel like I'm living my dream every single day. Next reason, I do not know what number I'm on. So I'm just going to keep saying next. But the next, that your income ceiling is so much higher than your 9 to 5. Like, you really do get to set and figure out what industries that you want to be photographing in. It is very lucrative. Very. Specifically, if you want to get in the wedding industry, which I would highly recommend. But if you do it for the right reasons, don't do it for the money. Don't do it for the money. But there is good money in the wedding industry. It's also great if you're doing it as kind of a side hustle. So you have your main income, and then on the weekends, you can go and do photography and make a little extra money. That's nice. I did that for a while until my photography business grew and it got to a point where I couldn't do both. I say that I was actually fired, but but if I wouldn't have been fired, I probably would have been. No, I was fired. I don't know why I'm acting like I made the decision for myself. No, I was fired. But it was a good thing because I had gotten to that point where I was taking on way too many clients and trying to do both. So it is something that once you build, you have the potential to grow quickly. I think a lot of people will get into photography and think, "Oh, there's so many other people doing it." But no, cut that mindset. There is an abundance of people out there. Like, trust me, there are way more people and clients out there than there are photographers. So it's not like there's only a few slices of pizza. Like, there's so much pizza out there. There's too much pizza. We need more photographers to eat the pizza. Does that make sense? Next reason, and probably one of my favorites, is that it reconnects you with old friends and introduces you to new friends. There's so many weddings of friends that I probably wouldn't have been invited to unless I was, oh my gosh, why can't I say photographing? What is wrong? There are so many weddings of friends that I've been to that I probably wouldn't have been invited to unless I was what is going on? Unless I was photographing it. Holy cow. I don't know what is happening. but there's been so many weddings that I've been there as a photographer, and I think I definitely would have been invited. And getting to be a part of so many people from my high school and college's lives because of photography is so special. I also said in the first episode that a photographer's job is mainly going into a park and meeting strangers, and that is honestly one of my favorite parts. Now, I did say that I thought I was going to be murdered 3 times, which that is a tale for another day. However, it is so much fun to go meet new people and then instantly click and have the most fun ever. Next reason why you should get into photography is you can have a very flexible schedule. It's a very flexible schedule in the sense that you have different seasons. So I would classify myself as more of a wedding photographer. So my season runs from April to December. That is when I'm my most busiest. All of my weekends will be booked up and when I'm editing during the week. But then from January until May 1st, that's a lot of free time. But that's not to say that during those 4 months, you're just doing nothing. Last year, I wanted to continue to build my clientele. So I offered a headshot and branding session for very, very cheap. This year, I've gotten really into trading futures and I've been taking a lot of financial classes. And making things like this. And I think that's what's really exciting about having a career with a lot of freedom and flexibility in your schedule is you have the time to learn a new skill or do something new. That is another reason why it is such a great career. The next reason, you just have a professional grade camera at your disposal at any time. Like, how nice is that? I think all the time about how cool it will be once I have kids someday and being able to like photograph them, their sports, and have an incredible camera. Like, that's sick. Whenever your friends need a headshot, you're that girl. Like, how cool is that? You just own this. You own this equipment. You can use it whenever. Like, here I am. I just rented the studio and I'm like, hey, I'm going to show up with my professional grade camera and shoot this because I can. You just have it. How cool is that? And you know how to use it. Okay, next reason. This might be really cheesy, but it kind of changes the way you see the world. I will just be walking in my day-to-day life and notice, oh my gosh, that shaded area would be perfect for photos. Or when the sun's setting a certain way, you're like, oh my gosh, I would pose my clients here too. Like, your brain is just never off. The world just becomes more beautiful and you see things differently. And I know that's cheesy and corny, but it's true. Okay. It's true. Okay. The last thing that I want to cover and the reason why I think you should get into photography is that the opportunities are endless. Like, when you think about all of the doors that could be opened just because you have a camera, it's insane. I mean, think about if you have a favorite band that you like, DM them. You could photograph them at their next concert. Your favorite podcaster, your favorite influencer, all of these people would probably love it if they had a professional camera. So I really think that it can connect you to some of the coolest people, open some amazing doors. So those are all of my reasons why I think that you should get into photography. It truly is the best career in the world. It is so creative. It opens so many doors and I could not imagine doing anything else. So if you have that itch and that desire, I'm going to encourage you, buy that camera, do it. I will help you. I started from nothing. I will tell you all about the settings. I will help you with Lightroom and we will do this together because you are officially enrolled in photo school. You've made it past episode 1 and 2. So that, I hear the bell. I hear the bell. So that is an end of our lesson today. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.